You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Oh, yes, you can. It is early Monday morning. We're blasting out of the bunker, 0 dark 30, and off we go. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel, everyone. We had a great broadcast last night on Sunday Night Live. We had some great guests, a new one. We had fun, and it just brought something to mind. What is going on in our world, folks? A topic that did not come up during the show, but has been on my mind all weekend, and one in which I received some valuable information. And that would be about September 24th. This is incredible, folks. We had a member of German government say, hey, on September 24th, which is actually next Saturday, the end of this week, Saturday, on September 24th, something is going to happen that everyone will remember where they were at. Now, you don't accidentally say shit like that. You don't accidentally make that kind of proclamation. He truly proclaimed it. It's not lightweight stuff like, on Saturday, I bet you have some scrambled eggs. I mean, who cares? You can make that prediction all day long. You know, who's going to remember it? When you say the world is going to remember where they were at because something is going to happen, that's saying something. It truly is. And then, folks, to have this guy over the weekend say, oh, no, I was mistaken. Oh, no, that wasn't really what I meant. Really? That's not what you really meant. Now, how many times, though, have you and I heard predictions, dire predictions? An asteroid's going to hit the Earth, right? Look out. We're all going to die from this or that. We get that a lot. And so when we hear these things, we tend to take them with a grain of salt, right? The boy crying wolf too many times is kind of the way we feel about it. Well, here we are, folks. Another situation where someone wants to say something just fantastic. And I don't mean fantastic in a good way. But then this weekend, I got a message. I did. I got a message. And it was from someone in law enforcement, and it came out through their emergency system, right? Their preparedness system, their you're on alert system. Now, it was early in the warning system. It wasn't like, look out, something's really going to happen. It was just, beware. We're expecting something to happen sometime this week, the week of the 19th. Now, did this set off alarms in my head? Well, no, but it was certainly advisory, right? First, we get something from a politician in Germany, and then I get an actual police, let's call it a bulletin. And I want to thank the gentleman who sent it to me. And he said he'll keep us informed. Someone actually in government, someone actually in law enforcement, someone actually sending this bulletin around. What does that mean? Well, it means law enforcement is aware something could happen this week. Now, the German guy said the 24th. Now, what can we expect, and why can we expect something to happen at some point? And this is a topic that Uman and Chris and I and others discussed often is, well, they always have something happen. Something happens. Everyone wants to predict when it happens so that they sound like a prophet, you know, a prognosticator of prognosticators, to be on the inside, right? To be an insider. I knew something before everyone else did, as if that has any true value. True value is being prepared for everything that is coming, is to the best of your ability, and right, not be taken off guard, not be caught unaware, not suffer for it. But a lot of people want to be on the inside. They want to be on the know, so that they sound smart. If we have anything close, folks, anything close to a 9/11 type event, either domestically here or internationally, everywhere, does it really matter if you sound like the smartest guy in the room? At that point, who gives a shit? We're going to be dealing with a problem again. Terror, folks, terror. This is all being done to terrorize us. For those people who live in a continuous state of fear, Terror is a control mechanism. Some people want to be controlled. Look at all the people still wearing masks. And oh yeah, by the way, President Biden, Gigi Dingbat, dipshit himself, said the pandemic is over. Literally said that in a prime time over the weekend interview, which he hasn't done in 6 months. So I'm waiting for the people to say that wasn't the real Biden. He could actually put two sentences together. But yeah, the pandemic is over, but still people want to be controlled. They want to be terrorized. They've got Stockholm syndrome. They like it. I don't. I like freedom and liberty. I like my rights. I like my country. But terror, folks, they're going to use it. Maybe, maybe not. 9/24 is going to be a big deal. It's possible. It's truly possible that they have to. Now, I'm going to bring up the why. Why is September 24th or this week or the end of this month important? That's the question I ask. I love to ask why. And it came to me some really strong potentials. Last week, Democrats in Washington, D.C. passed some legislation, brought some legislation out to protect federal employees, that is, bureaucrats, from President Trump. And I thought, what the hell? Trump is not the current president. Trump is not in Washington, D.C. Yet they're passing laws to protect Trump from firing federal employees should he become president again. That is how fearful they are of Trump. What the hell? They're passing rules, folks. They fear they're losing. That's right, folks. The politicians in D.C. are the ones acting out of fear. They're the ones who are terrorized by the concept of freedom and liberty. They're the ones terrorized by the thought of being held accountable. Truly, folks, what a bizarre world we live in. They use terror and threats of terror to scare us, right? And they pass rules for a president who doesn't sit in the office because they fear. So that brings us back to the question, why September 24th? Why this time of year, this year? Well, it is my belief, it's my prediction that these people are so afraid of the coming election, even though it's not a presidential election. They're afraid that the rejection of leftist policy, this socialist policy, this really sick policy, they believe it's going to be rejected so strong that they won't be able to overcome it with lies and corruption and cheating. They're fearful, folks, and so are the people in power above them. They're paymasters or puppet masters, if you will. Right? We see the puppets on TV, and we see the puppets in Washington, D.C. We see them, but their puppet masters are the ones who are super fearful that they may lose their liberal world order. Their great reset is going to fall on its face because of their gross incompetence. Evil's good at one thing, and that's destroying. What they're trying to do, or claiming they're trying to do, is build a great new world order, right? Evil doesn't build, folks. Evil destroys. Evil doesn't create. Evil kills. They can't create anything good, folks, because they're evil. All they can do is destroy. And destroy they will. And if we get another 9/11 type event, whether it's later today or September 24th or October 31st, if they put together a huge terror event, it's to control us with fear. And it's to empower themselves as a response. A response to what is happening, the rejection of them and their efforts. I want to point to one more thing before I let you go for the time being. Is I want to thank everyone who is continuing to be here on the Prepared Mind channel. It's not easy to be here, folks. It's not easy to hear the words that I speak. It's not easy for me to speak them. For almost a decade now. This December will be our 10th year anniversary, having finished 10 entire years. There have been dozens and hundreds of people like me and you who were speaking their mind and speaking their piece, right? Proud to be American, proud to speak up and tell the truth, proud to share their opinion. Where are they? They've been scared away. They've been chased away. They've been canceled because, they use naughty words and they don't approve of, well, the fruitcakes out there that are demanding that they be accepted and everyone else be silenced. Luckily, at the Prepared Mind, we've dodged quite a few bullets, even though we've taken a few also, and a few arrows and a few knockdowns. But we've struggled to stay here. And you would think at a time when our country is at greatest threat that this channel would be growing explosively. And when you realize that we've had moments of that, it is control, folks. They control this channel by keeping people away from it. People are more pissed off than ever. Look at the Trump rallies. Tens of thousands, people waiting in line for over a day to hear a message of strength, a message about freedom, a message about America being great. They can't get enough, folks, of somebody standing up and saying what the left is doing is wrong, what Washington is doing is wrong. We need leadership. We need someone to point out the truth. Speak the truth. Not be afraid. We need leadership. So the YouTube channels that are left, if they can avoid getting strikes, what do we see? They're not stronger. They're being weakened. Why is that? It's their control mechanisms, folks. They're doing what they can to kill this channel and others, hiding us. They're in trouble, folks. There are lawsuits against them right now being fought against Google, against Facebook, against Instagram, against YouTube. There's lawsuits being filed. And federal courts are now starting to say, nope, you guys don't get to have both immunity and control free speech. It's unbelievable what is happening, folks, this struggle. And I want you to be a part of it. I tell you, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, share the videos. And you can see when I say those words, people hit those buttons and the numbers just explode during live broadcasts. And then they get shut down again. Is it that I'm too harsh and I'm too mean and I'm too this and I'm too that? That you guys as viewers, you're just too radical? Are you kidding me? Compared to the words and the thoughts of our founding fathers of this country, folks, read the words of Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, Patrick Henry. Read their words. And you would think you're listening to an incredible, off-the-hook extremist, right? I am, folks, I'm calm and tame compared to them. They were, not that I'm not deadly serious, and not that I'm not willing to take every action needed to protect myself and those I love and my country, but they want you to believe we're extreme, and so they chase everyone off. They use fear, threats of fear, in other words, terror, to scare people. And they're going to do it again, in my opinion. It's coming. Whether it's September 24th or whether it's next month, it's coming. They're going to do it again. It is one of the last great tools they have. And they're not afraid to use it, folks. They're not afraid to use it. They've done it before, and they will do it again on a scale that is unimaginable to us at the time. But when it happens, we're going to say, oh man, it happened. Look at that. And we will remember where we were when it happened, whenever it happens. I think it is coming because evil does what evil does. They're not afraid to be evil, folks. They're good at it. All they have to do is destroy and take advantage of people. Are you prepared with food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense? Folks, I could live my life. I could just walk away from this this calling that I've had to discuss what is going on in this world and try and be as open, frank, and honest about it as I'm allowed as possible. I could just quit and just be happy as a clam. I could go to the RMZ and just sit back on my ass, sip pina frickin' coladas, right? Enjoy the roosters and the geckos. I could do that anytime I want. Anytime I want. But instead, I choose to be here because this is my country and I love my country just like you do. And I believe the message is important and valuable. And that the more people that hear it, the better. And so I continue to call on you and say, spread the message, spread the word, share. And if we can't wake more people up, let's at least strengthen the people that have woken up to the degree they have. Right? Like a piece of iron held by a blacksmith. It starts out, folks, and I had this thought in the middle of the night. When I'm sleeping, I wake up thinking this stuff. A blacksmith will take 5 pounds of steel and put it on his anvil and start beating it with a hammer, and then put it back in the forge, heat it up so it's glowing hot red, and then he'll start to beat it again into shape, and it will take shape. But at the same time, that 5-pound piece of iron will get beaten down to 4.5 pounds, then 4 pounds, then 3.5 pounds. And by the time he's done, it'll be a 3-pound piece of iron, but it will be shaped, it'll be hardened, it'll be tempered, it'll be stronger, it'll be much more effective. We are like that piece of steel. We're getting beaten on, pounded. We're being heated to glowing red in the forge and the fires of life by what is being done to us. Now, a lot of people will fall by the wayside, become scared, frightened. It's too much. That's the loss, like that 5 pounds becoming 4, then 3 pounds. But what is left is a hardened, useful, incredibly powerful group of people. Just like in the Revolution, George Washington went into the winter with his army, and they became very disciplined, very hardened at a place, interestingly called Valley Forge. And that is where they become the most strong, the most tempered, the most battle hardened. Don't let terror scare you away. Get hard. Become disciplined. Use your intelligence. Chance favors the prepared mind. Godspeed to you, folks. Semper Fi.